So in today's video, I'm going to tell you essentially that it's okay to dabble in other foreign languages besides the main foreign language or main foreign languages that you want to learn. I'm going to give you a metaphor from my own life, and I'm going to give you also a real example from my own life and some language learning friends that I know, and maybe you will know them too. So, first of all, the metaphor. As some of you know, I'm staying at a postpartum clinic in Guangzhou, in China, where I live, because my wife recently gave birth. So this is a clinic where mommy and baby are going to get top-notch care. And one of the things that they do here is they supply really healthy, clean, simple food, which is a good thing, but it's day after day after day. It can get a little bit boring, and I've been trying to follow a similar type diet as my wife, even though I don't really have to. I'm trying to eat really simple and clean too, because I want to stay fit. I want to lose some of that winter weight, and I'm looking forward to the weather warming up, getting out to exercise and play sports again. So I'm thinking, why don't I eat in a similar way as her? Because she's looking good, she's losing weight. I know after pregnancies, she drops that weight fast and gets back looking, trim. One reason is the clean and simple diet. A lot of Chinese food has very strong flavors. It's very oily, spicy, salty. There's cilantro, there's red pepper flakes, all sorts of stuff like that. So, but what I found is after about a week or a week and a half of eating the similar types of light, healthy, low oil, low salt food, it was difficult to stick with it. My taste buds needed a change up. They needed something totally different. I couldn't get excited to eat that food anymore. Even though I'm a guy who can I'm pretty good at sticking to boring stuff that's working, So for a few meals, I broke out and I had some really spicy, oily, salty, fried foods, how they do it in China. But that was enough for me to feel good about going back to the simple, clean stuff again the next day. So every so often you just need a little bit of variance. So how does this relate to language learning? It has to do with the languages that we dabble in. I just got a couple emails from two friends, you might know them. Frank, who has been joining our online gaming sessions for Japanese, and Larissa, who goes by the handle Lari Polyglot, Lari Polyglot. I highly recommend you check her out on Twitter and Instagram, Lari Polyglot. And both of them said they had to sort of refocus their priorities and drop a few languages that they had been interested in or dabbling in. So Frank said he was getting into Russian a little bit and felt like he was cheating on his beloved Japanese language. Those are his own words. I thought that was funny. So he said he realized that Russian was kind of a diversion for him, and it was keeping him from getting better at Japanese, which is what he knew he truly wanted to be doing. So he felt like he was engaging in a little bit of a distraction. So, but now he's saying he's still interested in Russian, he still may dabble with it in the future, but he's going to get back to just focusing on Japanese. That's what he really wants to be doing. And Larissa said she has new priorities in her life, and she's decided to give up Romanian and Turkish. I think those are the two that she decided to give up. I knew she had been working on those. I'd seen her post from time to time. But there's plenty others she's working on, like French and Korean. I forget the others, maybe German or Japanese. But anyways, the moral of the story here is sometimes our brain just needs a little bit of a diversion to come back healthy and fresh to the main thing that we want to be working on. It's hard for anybody. Pick anything. It's hard to focus on that one thing day after day, year after year without feeling like you need a little change of pace. So, wow, if learning a different language for a little while satisfies that, that craving or that urge, that's still developing your language learning brain, right? That's an amazing way to just give your brain a little change up. Just add a different language in for a little while, and then go back to your main thing. So in my case, the real example from my own life is I lived in China for so many years, and I was working on Mandarin before I moved to Guangdong province, where the mother tongue of the people is Cantonese. And I came here and I got really fascinated and intrigued by Cantonese. It was flying, it was all around me, and I felt a strong desire, a strong curiosity to learn some of it. And for I don't know how long, 2 or 3 years, I kind of fought that urge, and I was recalling to mind a Chinese saying that a hunter who chases two rabbits catches neither. So I just said, even though I'm curious, forget about it. Leave it alone. Stay focused on Mandarin. But you know what happened eventually? Curiosity got the better of me. I couldn't resist. And I just started watching more and more Cantonese videos on YouTube. I got a Cantonese tutor, and I think I had about 20 to 25 hours of tutoring in that language, probably watched about the same amount of time in YouTube videos, and I was into it for about, I don't know, maybe like half a year to a year, I can't remember. But what happened is things changed. My tutor couldn't be my tutor any longer. I didn't really feel like arranging a new one because I was getting busier perhaps with my personal life, my family life, so I just kind of let it go. Sometimes I do wonder if I had just lined up another tutor right away, would I have stayed in it? But the long story short is I feel the same way as Frank, which is I'm still interested in Cantonese. I might study it again more in the future. It's fun. I satisfied my curiosity for a while. My curiosity is still there. It may come back one day. But for now, I'm back in, focused on Mandarin, especially Mandarin and English with my family, with my daughter Elisa, who's 3. So, how about you? What's your story? What main languages are you learning? And have you either considered to dabble in other languages? Or have you, in fact, dabbled in other languages? Leave us your story in the comments down below, or leave us your questions in the comment section down below. I'd love to chat with you about the art of dabbling. I'll see you back here next time. Bye-bye for now.